Hey guys, it's Julie and Rachel, and we are here with Big D at the kids table. And if you guys want to go around and introduce yourselves and say what instrument you play.
I'm David, I sing in the band.
Billy, play trombone.
Alex, guitar.
Derek, drummer.
Steve, play bass.
I'm Ryan, saxophone.
Alright, so what are your upcoming plans for the summer? Any CD releases, shows you guys have?
That's what we were actually just talking about. We're going to do our CD release June 11th.
Yeah.
And we're going to go on Warped Tour. Nice. Pretty much going to leave around that same time. The first show I think is the 15th. That's kind of our plans, yeah. And we're doing 2 records. One in the style of like ska and punk, and then one in the style of like stroll and reggae.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
So our new release will have 2 releases.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Something to look forward to.
Yeah, very much.
And what is the most memorable show you guys have played so far? If you can pick one.
Let's see. The most memorable show. This one. No.
Hasn't happened yet, but it's gonna be great.
I don't know. Do you have a memorable show, Steve?
There was a particular show that I think was pretty amazing. We, in Boston, when they had the big rock radio stations, they used to sponsor concerts like right on the Charles River. There's a thing called the Hat Shell. It's like an outside kind of amphitheater where they always do free concerts and whatnot. And you know, being in Boston, it's always like, oh, it'd be amazing to play that. It'd be really, really cool to play the Hat Shell. So one summer, WBCN did like a show with Less Than Jake, and my friend worked at the radio station, so we just kind of like, you know, worked our way in there and got it, so we got to open up the show. So we played in front of like, I don't know, like 4,000 or 5,000 people, like outside right next to the river. And that was also the day that we had the CD release party for Porch Life. Which is like
joke record,
hip hop record, and we sold like 100 copies of the record at that show. So it was amazing. It was like one of the biggest merch sale days the band's ever had. It was like a major accomplishment to play the Hat Shell, and it was like the release of this album, which was kind of fun.
And after didn't we get front row Bruce Springsteen?
Oh, that's right, yeah.
What?
So our friend worked for Bruce Springsteen doing the ticketing, and Big D and Less Than Jake got to see Bruce Springsteen for free at Fenway Park the first time he'd ever played there, standing in the pit like 20 feet away from the stage.
Yeah.
Oh my
That's
god.
And
Awesome.
after a long time, because we did play a show and it was a long day, and you know, Bruce Springsteen was amazing, I started to get a little tired of the show. You know, it's just like I got a little bit of a drive. I don't think he's going to play Born in the USA. Why would I think that? And so I was like, yeah, I'm pretty much convinced I'm right. I'm going to get going. And then right when I started leaving, they were like, there's no readmittance. And I'm like, I know he's not going to play Born in the USA. And then right when I went through the turnstile, he was like, Born in the U. And I was like, I suck.
Do you guys have any guilty pleasure artists or music you like to listen to when no one's around?
We were talking about that. I don't want to like plug these people really, but we were talking about this in the hotel room last night. There's a band called The Millionaires, which is like filthy female rap. But it's like I don't like Kesha. I don't even really know who she is. But The Millionaires are like, they used to be 3, and I think there's 2 now, and it's really just, you know, like filthy. Yeah. And for some reason, when we go on Warped Tour, sometimes the music gets very the same. Warped Tour is a great festival, but sometimes some of the bands get the same. So I really loved The Millionaires because they were different, and nobody agrees with me. But if you watch The Millionaires live on YouTube, there's one show on Warped Tour where they had a whole camera crew come out, like 7 camera angles, and you got my stupid face in the background. The one day I decided to watch them play, going. So the comments are like, why is Dave from Big D like that band? He's an idiot.
That's so funny.
If you could trade places with anyone in the world, who would it be?
What's his name? Either Bill Gates or Bill Gates, I guess. I guess that's a cheap answer though. I don't know, what do you guys think?
I'll do the drummer answer and say Taylor Hawkins.
Taylor Hawkins?
No, you get to fucking play the flute.
Oh, okay. Yeah, or somebody in the Beastie Boys.
Sick.
Obama, because I love Michelle.
I was thinking.
Michelle, because I love Obama.
Yeah. I'm interested in your
I don't
answers.
think I could narrow it down to a specific person right now, but I will say, if it was like, you know, I'm really impressed at how many good things Jimmy Carter has done for the world post presidency.
Shut up,
So
dude.
it's like if I was gonna pick someone who's made a difference for the world, I would choose him.
Picture like normal band stuff. Like you ask Motley Crue, they'd be like, "Fucking thugs." You're like, can't you swear?
Yeah,
I would-
that's
right.
I would be
Too late.
too.
You know, like everyone would be like, Nikki Sixx, this and that, all this stuff. We're like Bill Gates.
Do you guys have any pre-show rituals, or what do you do before you go on?
We used to do handshakes.
We used to do handshakes.
Okay.
I guess drink.
The handshakes were very elaborate. Every single person had a different handshake with every other person.
Yes. Yes.
And-
So if you multiply that, you got
That's a lot
some
of-
shit.
So it was like, yeah, you had to have 6 handshakes, one for each person in the band and the tour manager.
We'll probably bring that back. It is fun, you know,
I bet.
because it's, you know, Jesus Christ. Between the band, there was like 52 shakes going around.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Between your band, 52 shakes.
And if you were abducted by aliens, what would you say?
Thank you.
What are you gonna do to me?
Ow, that really hurts.
I would probably try to see if they wanted to smoke.
I was abducted by an alien. The first thing I would say, I'd probably, I don't know.
What's the
Right?
beer and weed situation?
I'd probably just be scared. I'd just be very, very scared.
I'd be so
I'd be-
scared. I'd be like
Dude, hook me up with the
crying.
intergalactic green.
Well, my favorite thing is when I heard that question, I was going to answer it seriously, and I paused, and I was like, all right, I guess so. I was going to be like, are you going to hurt me?
That's what Bill Gates
Are
was.
there cats?
What advice would you guys give for people who want to form their own bands?
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Everyone tells us that.
I would definitely say this one thing. I think it's true. Definitely learn to play your instrument before you jump out of the starting gates. You know, Slash didn't jump out of his, the starting gates until he knew how to play his instrument. You know, I think sometimes people get their logos and their graphics together before they can properly play. Like you want to be known as a good musician.
I think it's a good and bad thing about punk rock music is that anybody can play, yeah, but then anybody can play.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Guitar Hero doesn't count.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, don't piss anybody off too.
That's a good one.
That's what I like the most. I try not to at least.
Yeah.
And don't after you do your first U.S. tour think that you can be snotty to people who work at clubs. You know, be nice to the sound people and the people. To be nice to everybody who's in charge of the show. You know what I mean? And your reputation. Don't fake reputation. Like just be a genuine person because you know when people find out. I think a lot of people when they find out that hey who's it what's it from what's it called is a jerk. It really turns you off.
Yeah, it does. I agree.
Yeah. I mean, when we go and play on Warped Tour, there'll be some bands that we definitely don't like their style of music, but then we hang out with them. They're such nice guys that we start to come around.
Right.
You know what I mean? We're like, they're not so bad. And you start defending them.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Let's go.
What's a typical day in the life of your band?
Driving.
Leaving the hotel late, driving, stopping too many times on the highway,
Missing
and
sound check.
showing up at the club.
Nice.
And then putting on an awesome show.
Bands
Sound
really,
matters.
bands really are drivers and loaders that get to play for a little while. Yeah.
You're like professional movers.
Yeah.
For
But
an
it's the
hour
same
to
stuff
play
every
music.
time.
But your girlfriend will be really impressed if she has to move apartments and you can move that U-Haul truck with a trailer so well.
Good quality to have.
Yeah.
And do you guys play any covers? And if not, is there anything you would want to cover?
We cover Little Bitch from the Specials, New England from Jonathan Richman, Wailing Paddle from the Rudiments. We used to cover Thieves from Ministry, Healthy Body from Operation Ivy. Used to do Sound System. Is that it?
Did you do New England?
Yeah, New England.
Did that morphine song once for a little bit.
For a while,
Yeah.
until we were told to stop doing it because we were kind of bringing the show down.
I've been trying to get everyone to cover the Macarena, but they're just not doing it.
I would do it. The audience would love that.
Tonight.
What is the most embarrassing thing that has happened to you guys on stage?
Oh, there's two good ones.
Yeah, what's
The Steve starting the wrong song,
Oh, that was
which is
good.
which is the cover song "Little Bitch." So it starts with 1, 2, and everyone goes, "Damn!" The song kicks in. Steve misread the set list, I believe, and yelled 1, 2 and played the best bass note by himself that anybody could ever.
very
aggressively.
enthusiastically. I was like rocking out as hard as I could to nothing except everyone.
And he turned around and looked at us, and we're like,
Everybody in the band was just
Set list.
going. And then the same thing happened where I started the song Noise Complaint and I just by myself went, Noise Complaint! I guess I read the set list
No,
wrong.
that was my fault.
And,
I was supposed to come in with the drum fill to start the song.
and there's nothing funny than going, Noise Complaint!
Which member of your band would make the best girl?
That's funny you brought that up today too.
It's like we read their minds.
We were looking up Laura Jean Grace, the Against Me singer, transsexual, and and we were just looking at that.
Okay.
She's a beautiful woman.
Yeah, who would make the best looking woman?
Billy would look nice.
Billy. It'd be Billy.
I'm gonna go for Alex.
I was Alex.
I did it!
You win.
Cardigans.
Mom, I'm the best at something.
That's one of the most original questions.
Yeah.
That definitely will make guys go,